Well, hello everybody. Here we are. This was the final day of the Mondegreen Festival. Ends a little disappointing for me, and I'm sure a lot of you, maybe more disappointing for a lot of you. Today's show feels even weird calling it today's show. Started at 1 p.m., one long set. It was a long, fine set. It's just, and I'm not even pre festival. I was not. My expectations were not too high. I thought these will probably be some really good normal shows. And as far as lengthwise, we had a normal show today. Maybe a little under time wise if you're looking at the clock. Even normal as in we have had some weather delayed shows where it was one continuous set. So, but having said that, as a fan that was coming in with not really high expectations, I wasn't an Allman Brothers bro. I wasn't like a Game Hinge guy. I just thought this is going to be a combination of everything they've played this summer, and it'll be great. And nights 1 and 3 was certainly that. The late night set, way better than expected. Didn't even know if we were getting a late night set. Assumed we would, but it wasn't a guarantee from the schedule, from what I saw. The 6:30 start times was nice, figuring they'd start around 7 p.m., which they did most nights. So early stop times, really. So this is, the kind of the festival as the whole. As you see, no whiteboard. I was geared up and ready to go. Even had a little green, looking to highlight letters Monde in green, Mondegreen, get it? I quit taking notes somewhere around Steam, I suppose. Martian Monster, I wrote the first. So, this was Fuego. It ended really strong. It's just, man. And like Trey said, where's this storm? And I'm sure a lot of people are just like, well, just keep playing until it rains. And I understand that thought process. That's kind of my instinct. I feel that way too. You can play in the rain. What's the problem? But it looks like it's coming strong. And then what about the people that got to tear down and all the crew? Is it just like, who cares about them? Well, I don't know that. And the guy, you saw the guy on stage, I'm sure. I know there was a lot of jokes to be made. A lot of people wondering what's going on with that guy. But that's probably the only time he gets a chance to sleep, really, is when the band's playing. He's like, my job's got nothing to do with while they're playing. I'm taking a nap. Or it's possible he had on a pair of headphones that we couldn't see and he was just listening to King Gizzard or something. But I would say that dude probably hasn't slept much. So yeah, they could have played right up until the storm hits and then ran off stage, got in their buses, and let everybody that works there, work in a storm. But that was not the case. Like I said, Trey kind of lightly tried to blame the weather guy a little, I feel. He's like, where's the storm at? You could see it there on the webcast. Part of the sky looked nice. At one point during Izabella, the sun blasted out. Yes, I can run through the set list here for you. Party Time, Axilla, Maze. So look, they were ready to rock and roll to start this thing. And then Steam followed, and this is where I had high hopes. And I'm not a large Steam guy, as you know. But once this jam got going, I had kind of forgot it was Steam, in fact. And I was like, man, hell yeah, if they are kicking ass this early in the show, we got some things good to come. This is going to be a big show. And then I remembered it was Steam, and I was like, oh, fuck this, dude. This song sucks. No, that was not the case. I was actually thinking Steam, and it may have ended. One of the songs of the night, perhaps. Then the Martian Monster. Seemed to be having a lot of fun on Martian Monster. Trey couldn't stop looking around at Paige and Fishman and smiling, nearly laughing at times. It was fun. The first. That's better than mind. We got an AcDc Bag. Obviously didn't reach the levels of the most recent Bag, but a lot of songs that they're just familiar with, obviously, that they played a lot. Izabella, a bit of a bust out. Sigma, Rift, Stash, Yamar. Happy with that Yamar. That daytime Yamar. Fishman and Shades. Shout out to Paige not wearing shades. You're telling everybody there's going to be a big storm. Why are you wearing sunglasses, I don't know if the sunglasses were required, and make things worse at the end. Trey flips them up. Oh, man, that was embarrassing, right? You see that? That wasn't a good look, Trey. Take them off. Don't ever wear those again, or leave the shades down. Something, man. Come on. Izabella rocked, obviously. That's when the sun came out. It started to separate the clouds. It was so good. Simple, Golden Age, Fuego. Yeah, of course, all three of them. They can nail those. They play them all the time. That's what I like about these festivals. They play, a lot of times they play stuff that they're comfortable with. The playing's great. And that's usually what makes a festival. It's not about the big 40-minute jam. It's not about the secret set. It's not about, like, I know they have dropped a harpua in here and there, a fun narration, secret language. Really, it's just about this is our chance to just really play our best for our biggest fans. And that guy on Couch Tour, the YouTube guy. Gotta impress him, too. All right, so, I'm really... Oh, that's some more Mantica action in party time. I don't know. I guess maybe at one point when they were playing Rift, I was a little bitter because I was like, this could be Sin of a Mule. What's going on? Izabella felt like, okay, is this going to be the end of the set? What's going on here? Because a lot of times during the day, it looked like a nice day there. I was checking the radar. I was checking the radar in Dover. You checked the radar in Dover? I sure did. Murdered my dirter. All right, I don't know. I know this is a crappy recap, really. It was a crappy situation. Again, I'm not mad at the band or anything. I'm not going to end up like that lady on the way to Coventry, stopped on an overpass screaming, cussing Trey out from 400 miles away. Turns out she was heard round the world. Timber, Bathtub Gin, yeah. Making its festival appearance as usual. Some of the best bathtub gins have come at festivals. This one was mighty fine. I don't know. I just wish there was wish I could have just come on here today, pounding my fist, punching the whiteboard, running out of red ink on the Sharpie. War paint on the face. But it happened. Maybe this thing is cursed. The curveball, we all know what happened there. Maybe it's they always seem to pull off 4 days in Mexico. Dix has had its problems in the past. Prairie dogs with the Black Plague. What is it with these things? So, I think nights 1 and 3 were my favorite. That late night set, at its best, it was amazing. No sense in comparing it to the Sphere. Like I said, the Sphere needed to fill 10 hours roughly. Take the best hour from Vegas and compare it to that. Probably a more fair comparison. I don't know. Overall, God, I liked it, but I guess, and that's a guy who came in with low expectations, and that first night I was like, yes, that's exactly what I thought. Just a whole bunch of stuff they're comfortable with, they can nail it, and it equals a great show. And then night 2 got a little squirrely, looking ahead to that late night set perhaps, little change of plans, hey, at least they didn't get curveballed. All right, well, that's it. I don't even know. I want to end it more on a happier note, but at least it didn't get curveballed. Jesus, that's the best you can say? What was the best thing in the whole festival, maybe? I got some whiteboards sitting around here. Blaze On, believe it or not, last night I loved. Peaches was killer. I got night 1 covered up over there. Night 1 was pretty damn good. Oh, the Bowie last night, the Theme last night, Jaboo, Oblivion. Oh, I'll leave it with this. I was a little dismissive of Divided Sky. I'm like, you never really nail that song. It's kind of like, whatever. That was pretty damn good. It wasn't laser perfect, but that was really good. Playing on that Divided Sky, the somewhat complicated part, a very complicated part. A lot of, like I said about McGrupp, when they nailed that McGrupp and they played the hell out of it. Hell, I made an extra video talking about how well that McGrupp was after Deer Creek. The Divided Sky was pretty good. Pretty good. All right, that's it. I don't know. I'm just waiting for something to come up here to somehow be like, you know what? It actually was amazing. I can't find it in me, Again, not blaming anybody, not mad at the band. I don't want the crew to have to tear down that thing in a storm. I'm not going to sit here and scream and thank them or anything, but thanks, crew. Appreciate it. That guy sleeping on stage, boom. Somebody tell him F Zappa 20, give him a shout out. Secretly, I hope he was listening to King Gizzard. He was like, nah, I'm good on Steam. All right, guys, boom. We are out of here. Thanks for tuning in all summer. We still got dicks to come. I wanted those to be my final words. We still have dicks to come. Never got to say Valdez nuts.